The late adopter. Hello everybody, and right now everybody is saying it's bear market. They're not just calling bear market, they're saying it is bear market. Crypto, I don't know if it's Crypto, but the Moon, BitBoy, Alessio, even Alessio Restani said we are below certain levels, market structure is broken, we are in the bear market. And I like that. I like that everybody's bearish. I like that everybody is lost hope. I like that everybody is, capitulating right now, because that means we just might have a nice move towards the upside right now, because everybody is so much expecting more downwards movement. Now, even these two lines that you saw on the thumbnail are showing that we might have a move towards the downside and get everybody bearish, but I'm here to say that that might just be a small pullback on the way towards the upside. So let's explore and see what's actually happening here. Now, this is of course a rising wedge. Now, these rising wedges break to the downside, but they usually go only to the bottom of the rising wedge down here. So targets somewhere around 35,008, give or take, down here. So this move towards downside is like a lot more probable than move towards the upside, because number one, bear market. Everybody's saying we're in the bear market, so this move is a lot more likely than the move towards the upside. On the other hand, if we for whatever reason break this trend line towards the upside, I think this is just gonna explode, really fast towards the upside. So I don't see this as a potential move right now. I see more of a little move towards downside, where we later get back to and break maybe this line at at the end of the line further down here. But right now, I think small move towards downside, down to the bottom down here at 35.8, give or take. I think that's more probable right now, because it is a rising wedge in a bearish market, and these things tend to break towards the upside. Now, rising wedges in a bullish market tend to break towards the upside, and when that happens over here, it just explodes towards the upside. That's why I'm saying, if we for whatever reason should break this towards the upside, we're gonna explode. Now, like I said, I'm a little bit more, short-term bearish up here. So I think we are going back down to some kind of 35.8 down here, and then, we'll see what's happening from then. But if this this support at 35.8 holds, we just might, have a nice move towards the upside. Now, let me show you another two lines on another chart up here, and this is on the daily chart. And what you're gonna see here is that we are back inside this rising wedge, falling wedge. Now, this falling wedge, I said it before, it's a bad falling wedge, and really, it's, it is some kind of falling wedge, but I don't look at it as a falling wedge. Doesn't matter. What matters is this bottom line down here. This bottom line was the support line, and we broke this support line on the downside. But what you see here happening right now is that we are back inside above that line, and that's the most bullish, not most bullish, but it is very good sign for our recovery. Now, of course, we have to continue up here, break this upper resistance line, and it's pushing us towards the downside to stop this momentum. Now, if that does that, that's around 41,000, give or take. If we can manage to get above 41,000, we are technically out of the dump. And we might continue going a little bit down here, but I think, probability is that a lot of people will, take long positions and will push the price towards the upside. So this is a very good sign right now that we are, continuing towards the upside. And this line, of course, from the previous yesterday's video, that we have hit some kind of trend line on the downside, and that we bounced off of that. Previously videos, we talked about certain, let me show you up here, certain support lines, and let's see how that looks on the chart right now. We also gonna pop moving averages up here, so you can see that very nicely. So this is still the rising wedge. These are the support lines that we are looking at all the time. This is a level that we had to break. We broke that, but these are the big support lines down here: 38, 39 up here, 35, 4, 34 down here, and also this 31, 32. And if you remember, when we are going down here, I was expecting another move towards downside into this range and then bounce. Unfortunately, oftentimes when people are expecting one less dump, that never happens, and we bounce big time up here. So this looks like a very legit nice pump towards the upside. We broke very important levels of short-term resistance towards the upside. Right now we're climbing towards the upside. This is the same rising wedge. If we break on the rising wedge, it's down here, like we said, at 5.8, but it can definitely go a little bit more down into this support, these support lines on the downside. So these support lines are going between something like 35.4 and 34.8, give or take, right? Also, don't forget that we got that Fed news coming out today. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but you know, just by looking at a chart up here, it does look like we're gonna have a little bit move towards the upside. Also, this move towards the upside is hitting right now 200 moving average up here on the 1 hourly time frame. Let me just remove this line up down here. It's hitting this 200 moving average. It's hitting this resistance at 38,000. So it is probable that we are gonna go down. This is also another reason, you know, why I think that this falling wedge will break on the downside and not actually on the upside. But if for whatever reason breaks to the upside, you know, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. But we are not quite there yet. And let me show you also on the 4 hourly time frame that you're gonna see that 50 moving average is exactly where we are right now, and rejecting a 50 moving average is more important than 200 moving average on 1 hourly. So we're hitting 50 moving average while we are extending from the 10 and 20 moving average, and that's why I also think that we have to break on the downside down here before we make a move towards the upside. Also on the daily time frame we are still below the moving average, but you'll see that this 20 moving average up here on the daily time frame confirms this very important resistance that we have to break. So on the daily time frame it is 20 moving average that we have to break to become super bullish. Again, that's around you know, 41,000 give or take up here. Once we get above 41,000, I think that's gonna be super nice. But right now, short term, the way I see it, I think we need a move towards the downside before we can, you know, make a higher high and, you know, continue towards the upside. So I wouldn't like it to break below this low down here, and this low is right now around 36,000. So if we can create some kind of high, I mean, with the week we can go all the way down, but you know, I would like to close above this level up here. Let me just draw a nice line so you can see that. I would like to close above 36,000 up here. If we can close, once we start going down, if we can close back up here above 36,000, we are creating, you know, higher low, which is actually quite good, good move and bullish move, and that will give a little bit more confidence that this is gonna, you know, this can continue towards the upside. Doesn't matter what happens, you know, we have to. Let me just go a little bit back up here. Doesn't matter what happens, people are very, very bearish. They are calling bear market, they are calling, you know, down to 10k, 10, 20k, whatever. I don't think that's gonna happen just yet. I think we're gonna have at least bigger consolidation phase than we are having right now. So it can take, you know, a week, couple days. I don't know how long it's gonna take. We'll notice when the bearish move starts to happen again, but right now overall it does look like it is you know, trying to recover a little bit, you know, and for whatever it's worth, you know, take that you know, short term analysis for whatever you want, but you know, long term we are technically still in big downtrend, so you know, be careful guys, be careful. And if this move on the downside for whatever reason doesn't bounce up here above these levels up here for whatever reason, and it drops back down below, I would be, you know, starting to get fearful that we are gonna go all the way down to 32k again. Just so you know, just so you know. But rising wedge is a rising wedge. Respect the wedge, guys. Respect the wedge. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow around same time, same place. Bye bye.